Hello friends, how are you? You are welcome in our YouTube channel Helping Brains. Today I am going to talk about the malware or viruses. Today we discuss about types of malware and uh, and discuss in a detail. Okay friends, let's start. Malware or virus. So many times you have heard about virus in computer or mobile devices. Do you know virus is a type of malware? There is so many malware and virus is one type of malware. Here we discuss type of malware and what precaution should we have to protect our system from malware. A system can be a computer, mobile, tablet, network, etc. As we know, we can so many times we use the word in place of malware or in place of virus we use malware, and in place of virus we use malware, but exactly we can say, or we can say a virus is a type of a malware. Now see malware. What is malware? Malware is a malicious program or software or code that is harmful for our system. Malware seeks to damage or disable computer system, networks, tablet and mobile devices by taking partial control over device operation. It disturbs normal functioning. Malware is a way to make money by illegal way. It cannot damage physical hardware. There is some exception of a system. It mainly alter or hijack system like delete data, steal confidential information or encryption, etc. Actually we can say in a single line, malware is a malicious program that harm our system. It may take a partial or full control on our system to steal data or our confidential information. There is so many type of malware we will discuss here. The first malware is virus. As we know, there is a type of virus or malware. Type of virus is not a justifiable word. Actually virus is a type of malware, so we would say type of malware. There are various type of malware in the computer system. See detail below. The first type of malware we discuss here, that is virus. We normally refer to all malware as a viruses, but it's not true. So a virus can modify other legitimate host file in such a way that whenever you execute a file in the victim system, you would also execute the virus. Today there is a different kind of malware infection that cyber world and computer virus have become rather uncommon. They comprise only less than 10% of all malware. Actually the virus is a executable file. That file comes in our system from email, from malicious pages, online surfing, by a external devices. One thing is mandatory in virus: a whenever a user click on a executable file on a virus, then it start corrupting the system. Until unless if there is a no click on executable file, it will not harm the system. So it is mandatory to execute the virus file. Remember, all virus infect other files. They or all the only malware that infects other files. It is really hard to clean them up. Even the best antivirus programs struggle with them. Most of the time, they either delete or quarantine the infected file and do not get rid of the virus itself. Virus is so dangerous like that. So many virus is unable to detect that virus. Most of the time, either the antivirus delete the infected file, or quarantine the infected file. Okay friends, if we see a virus history, the first time a person made the virus to check the security of their system. There is that time there is a not a bad intention to develop a virus, but as a time grow, the system upgrade and viruses also upgraded. Now there is a huge industry for a antivirus like Kaspersky, Norton, AVG, and other more antivirus. Nowadays, if a user is a professional, then he must have at least one valid paid antivirus in their system, because of his data or confidential information may be deleted or may be stale. So in a single line we can say virus is a executable file or malicious code that's come in our system by a email, web pages, or external device. Whenever these executable file executed, then system start to infected. The another thing, it's replicate itself. When virus started, then it replicate itself, means its number of virus increases in the system. It's multiply themselves. The second type of malware is worm. A worm is a self-replicating malware and spread without end user action, causing real devastating. All viruses need end user to kick them off so they can go on and infect other file and a system. As we study, virus need to execute a file, but worm don't need to any action from the user side. On the other hand, worm don't need any such end user action. They would simply spread by themselves, self-replicating in the process and destroying system, files, device, network, and connected infrastructure as well. Worms spread by exploiting, or you can say using other file and programs to do the spreading work. Whenever one person in an organization open an email which contain a worm, then the entire network in the organization could get infected in just a few minutes. So here we also discuss some difference between a worm and the virus. There is a clearly mentioned, worm is a self-replicating. It means it multiply itself, and it don't need to user action. Once the worms come into the system, it multiply itself very fast. Even whenever a person in an organization connected to all the system and he open the email which contain a worm, that worm suddenly spread the whole organization that those PC connected with that infected PC, personal computer. So we can simply in a line we can say worm is a self-replicating, don't need user action, it's spread by themselves, self-replicating in the process, it's destroy the file, device, network, as well connected infrastructure. Okay, next one is Trojan horse or a Trojan virus. Trojans, reminding you a Troy movie starring Brad Pitt, how soldiers enter in the fort with the help of a Trojan horse that was made by a wooden. In that movie, a wooden horse was made, and some soldiers hide themselves in that horse, and that horse enter into the fort. In the night, all the soldiers come out and open the gate of the fort and attack the fort. Trojan mostly arrive or infected via email or spread from infected website that user visit. They only work whenever the victim execute it. Okay, remember, it is like same as virus, it is need to be execute. A user may find a pop-up that tell him his her system going to be infected. The pop-up instruction him to run a program to clean his system. He take the action without knowing that it is a Trojan. Trojan are very common, especially because of it is easy to write Trojan. It is easy to spread by tricking ad user to exclude them. Trojan contain malicious code designed to steal password, system access, antivirus killer, etc. It does not replicate itself as a virus do. It masks itself as a legitimate software or mobile app. Okay, one thing is common as a virus. It need to be execute. But difference, virus replicate itself, but it do not replicate itself. One thing, it's show itself as a legitimate software or a mobile app. Mainly Trojan are attacked in a mobile mainly. For example, you are surfing a website or and there is a malicious page on that site. Suddenly a pop-up generated on that page, and page say that please install or please click this icon to save your system from viruses. If you click on that pop-up, then Trojan virus executed and came into your system. So it is okay. So here how the Trojan virus work. The next one thing also want to say clearly, the last line, it marks itself as a legitimate software on mobile app. Actually the person who is well known with the system, he can easily check whether the software is showing on the page is reliable or is a fake. But the person who has limited knowledge of computer or internet, he easily trapped by this software showing showing as such a like that these are a genuine software or mobile app. Okay, the next malware is a ransomware. First, one thing about ransomware, it's like a advanced form of Trojan, and it is so dangerous. If we see last few years, then ransomware attack is so high. Even all Trojans attack are 70% of all type of attack. First, we read, then we will also explain it. Ransomware, as the name suggests, demand a ransom from you to get things back on track. Ransom is a type of advanced form of Trojan in most cases. It travels between computers without permission of the user. It travels fast without any permission of the user. If one system is infected with the ransomware, all the connected system would be easily infected by it. The main issue with ransomware is spread tremendously fast across organization, network, and countries. So it encrypts all files in such a in a system or a network, rendering them inaccessible. It's like it's hijacked the system. A ransom note or a warning pop-up demanding payment of a cryptocurrency for decrypting the file. If the ransom money is not paid, the encrypted file could be get destroyed. Hence, ransomware should be seen as one of the most devastating form of malware. In most cases, ransom are Trojan and spread through social engineering like phishing. Unfortunately, in some cases, even hacker refuse to decrypt file even after paying the ransom. It is so dangerous. You have paid the money to release your system, but after that, the hacker destroyed your files. It is used to extort money from computer user. Got it? So ransomware is a type of Trojan. Whenever a ransomware attack in a system, it hijack whole system, whole computer, and only a pop-up window shown, and that say pay this kind of money, otherwise your system would be destroyed or all your data would be deleted. Then if the user have most important files in their system, then he have to pay the money to release his system. Sometimes he pay the money, but even after it, hacker destroyed its files. So you can understand how much it is a dangerous and devastating malware. Here you can say a simple information about all malwares. Here you can say, if we consider all kind of malware, the Trojans also include ransomware. 75%. It means that 3/4 of the attacks are related to Trojans, and 12.73% from worms, and 11.79 from virus, and other from other malwares. One of the famous example of ransomware is a high profile example is a WannaCry worm. You can just type on the Google, and all the detail about the WannaCry worm attack you can check on internet. If we discuss about its figure in past year, starting from around 2012, the use of ransomware scam has grown internationally. There were 181.5 million ransomware attacks in the first 6 months of 2018. This marks a 2 to 9% increase over the same time frame in 2017. You can see a rapidly increasing attack of ransomware. These sources taken from Wikipedia. Our next malware is adware. Adware is nothing but showing unwanted, potentially malicious advertising on a user device without his or her permission. These ads most likely end up infecting a user device. There are adware programs that redirect a user during browsing searches to look alike web pages that have promotion of other products. When we click on a malicious page on the internet, it's download automatically. Removing adware is easy. You just need to find the malicious executable file and just remove it. Got it? In a simple line, adware is nothing but a potentially malicious advertising software. How it came into our system? Most of the time we are surfing the internet, or we are browsing the pages, or we are finding something. That's why we are going to different pages, and maybe we are opening the malicious pages. Uh, Sometimes we click on an unwanted or malicious code, then it's automatically, when we click, then it suddenly install in our system. After installing it, when we using the system, the automatic advertisement pop-up are showing regularly in our system. Actually, it is the way of a hijacker to make the money with the help of showing advertisement. It is not so dangerous. You need only one thing: find the executable code of adware and just remove it. Adware can become from like email, or mostly when we surfing the internet. Next malware is spyware. As the name suggests, spyware means spying. Someone is spying on your system. He secretly seeing what are you doing in your system without your information. Stealing information like credit card, bank detail, other important file detail, etc. Spyware, as the name suggests, it helps hackers spy on a system and their user. This kind of malware could be used for logging. Later we will also read keylogger. And similarly activity. Spyware helping hacker gain access to personal data including login credential and intellectual property. It is also used by people who want to keep a check on the computer activity of a people personally known or beloved one. Spyware is like adware, it is easy to remove. So spyware is used, it may be used by a company owner to install it on their company system and check the activity of the employee, or it is also used to spy your family member activity of a system. It is simply like adware. Find its executable file and simply remove it. Next spyware is the next malware is rootkit. A rootkit is defined as a malicious computer software hidden deep inside a PC and remains undetectable. Rootkit means root plus kit, where root means administration and kit means software components. Rootkit installation can be automated, or an attacker can install it after having obtained root or administration access. Although rootkit software on their own may not be harmful, it hides worm, boot and malware from the user. Attacker can have root access to the user's computer using harmful software, hence it is considered extremely dangerous software for user privacy. For rootkit malware, PC user need an anti-rootkit software. Okay. So the main thing about rootkit, it's hidden deep inside a computer and remain undetectable. Means rootkit is there in your system, but it is so difficult to detect it, this small malicious software. Actually, rootkit hides worms, boot and other malware from the users. So got it, friend? So it is also a dangerous software for the user privacy. Next one is a malware keylogger. Keylogger malware is a type of monitoring software designed to record keystrokes, means keyboard activity made by a user. One of the oldest form of a cyber threat for the system. These keystroke logger record the information you type into a website, form or application. It sends this information back to a third party. Criminal uses keylogger to steal personal or financial information such as a banking detail, credit card detail, which they can then sell or use for a profit. However, keylogger also has legitimate uses within business to troubleshoot, improve user experience or monitoring employee activity. Law enforcement and intelligence agency also use keylogger for surveillance purpose for organization. It can be hardware based or as well as software based. Okay friends. So one thing about the keylogger, actually what is keylogger malware? Keylogger malware like that it's hijack the keyboard of your system and monitoring all activity of your keyboard. Anything you are typing on a keyboard, it will be recorded by the keylogger and that information sent back to the hijacker. So many time we access the internet in our personal computer to log in the banking site or our account or credit card account or other important detail. All these detail are captured by the keylogger and sent back to the hijacker. Hijacker collect this information and try to make the pattern of the user detail and use this detail illegally. A question arises how the keylogger comes in your system. It can be come in our system by a hardware based or a software based. Hardware based means a keylogger hijacker device are inserted in your system hardware, and the other way is a software based. Software based like from email, net surfing, malicious sites, etc. The next malware, this is the last malware in our lecture. Now we discuss about what is the precaution we should take to prevent our system free from malware or viruses infection. There are some basic tips that could help prevent system from malware infection to a great extent. First, update operating system, browsers, plugins, software, etc. regularly. Use all the necessary security tools like antivirus, firewall, and decide it based on your requirements. Update all system software regularly. Watch out for social engineering attack like phishing. Stay aware of phishing emails. Okay, we will also discuss phishing in this lecture also. Never click on link or download attachment coming from untrusted site from unknown source. So it is some basic points and you will get easily. The next one is phishing. So many times you access your banking account on a internet with login and password. On the bottom of that page you have also seen a guideline written about phishing attack. Phishing attack like we are fishing in a pond. So to catch the maximum fishes, we use a different strategy. We use a worm or the other thing to attract the maximum fishes, to trap. The same way on a internet, hijacker or a third party person try to trap your system and you to get out the credential information or a confidential information like credit card number, OTP, CVV, DOB. So many times you have attended the unknown number call and the person saying that he is calling from RBI or a bank executive, and he said your ATM card would be blocked, please give me a such detail like OTP, CVV, DOB, ATM number, etc. So this type of strategy is called as phishing attack. Phishing is a fraudulent attempt usually made through email, phone call, SMS, etc. seeking your personal and confidential information like credit card detail, OTP, CVV, DOB, personal detail, etc. Financial organization give message to its user as our company or any of its representative never send your email, SMS or call you over that phone to get your personal information, password or one time SMS, password, CVV, DOB, personal detail. Means all the financial organization or banking regularly send the messages to their customer and warn them don't give their personal detail to anyone, even he is saying a bank representative. Last line is phishing is not a type of virus malware. It's come under cyber security. Remember it. It's not a virus malware. Phishing. It's come under cyber security. Okay, friends. Now our lecture is over, and please, if there is some missing information about the worms or malwares, please comment in the comment box, and please also subscribe our channel and like this video, and please hit the bell icon to get our latest information. Okay friends, thank you very much. Be attentive, be secure, and use the digital platform carefully. Thank you very much.